Picture a perfect summer day at the beach. The sun is shining, the sky is a brilliant blue, and the air is filled with the joyful sounds of families enjoying their vacation. Children are building sandcastles, couples are strolling hand in hand along the shore, and the water's edge is alive with laughter and splashing. It seems like the ideal escape, a carefree paradise where worries simply melt away with the tide. Sunshine, laughter, and the soothing sound of waves crashing against the shore create a symphony of summer bliss. The scene is idyllic, a postcard-perfect moment of relaxation and recreation. Everyone is soaking up the sun, reveling in the freedom and joy that only a beach day can provide. It's a scene we all cherish and long for, a quintessential summer experience. But beneath that inviting water, an invisible threat is growing, lurking just below the surface, unseen by the joyous crowds above. This threat is not a monster from the deep, but something far more insidious, something that thrives in the very environment we find so appealing. It's a silent danger, a hidden risk that can turn a perfect day into a nightmare. This danger can't be seen with the naked eye. It's not a visible pollutant or an obvious hazard. The water may appear crystal clear and inviting, but appearances can be deceiving. It can't be smelled or tasted. There's no immediate warning, no telltale sign that something is amiss. You might unknowingly come into contact with it, completely unaware of the potential consequences. It's not a scene from a movie, a fictional horror story designed to scare you away from the water. This is real life on many American coastlines. From the sunny shores of Florida to the sandy beaches of California, this threat is present, impacting communities and raising concerns among health officials. The culprit? What is this unseen enemy lurking in our waters? Flesh-eating bacteria, microscopic organisms that can cause devastating infections, rapidly destroying tissue and leading to serious health complications. A minor cut from a seashell, a seemingly insignificant scrape that you might barely notice, can turn into a medical emergency within hours, requiring immediate medical attention and potentially leading to long-term consequences. The water that cools us, that provides us with recreation and relaxation, the very essence of a summer escape, can also harbor this hidden risk, this potential for serious infection that lurks beneath the surface. Reports of infections are spreading, appearing more frequently in news headlines and medical journals. Reaching places once thought safe, areas where these bacteria were previously uncommon are now experiencing outbreaks. This isn't about panic, about creating unnecessary fear or discouraging you from enjoying the beach. It's about awareness, about understanding the potential risks and taking appropriate precautions. Knowing the risks and recognizing the signs of infection, understanding what to look for and how to respond, is the first step to protection, empowering you to make informed decisions and protect yourself and your loved ones. The ocean is beautiful, a source of wonder and inspiration, a vital part of our planet. But it's also home to bacteria, a complex ecosystem where both beneficial and harmful microorganisms thrive. As our world changes, as climate patterns shift and temperatures rise, so do the dangers in these waters. The distribution and prevalence of these bacteria are changing, posing new challenges to public health. We must adapt and stay informed, remaining vigilant and proactive in protecting ourselves and our communities. A safe beach day is still possible, with the right knowledge and precautions, but it requires vigilance, a constant awareness of the potential risks, and a commitment to responsible behavior. The threat is real, the potential for infection is present, but knowledge is power. The more you know, the better equipped you are to protect yourself. With the right precautions, such as wearing shoes, covering cuts, and avoiding swimming in contaminated water, we can keep enjoying our coastlines, preserving the beauty and joy of our beaches for generations to come. Don't let fear ruin your summer. Don't let the threat of infection keep you from enjoying the beach. Let awareness keep you safe. Let knowledge guide your decisions and protect you from harm. The paradise you love is still there. The beauty and wonder of the beach remain, just with new rules, a new understanding of the risks, and a commitment to responsible behavior. So, what exactly is flesh-eating bacteria? It sounds like something straight out of a horror movie, doesn't it? But it's a very real and very serious threat. We need to understand what it is, where it comes from, and how it attacks the human body. The main culprit behind many of these infections is a bacterium called Vibrio vulnificus. It's a complex name for a potentially devastating organism. It thrives in warm, brackish coastal waters, the kind of environment where fresh and salt water mix. These are the perfect breeding grounds for this dangerous bacteria. Exactly where we love to swim, especially during the warmer months. This overlap between the bacteria's ideal habitat and our recreational activities is what makes it such a concern. Vibrio can cause necrotizing fasciitis, a severe and rapidly progressing infection. This is a fast-moving infection that aggressively destroys tissue beneath the skin. It's a race against time to stop its spread. The bacteria release toxins, potent chemicals that wreak havoc on the body's cells. These toxins are responsible for breaking down skin and fat with alarming speed, leading to extensive tissue damage. Once inside the body, they can quickly overwhelm the body's natural defenses, making it difficult for the immune system to fight back effectively. In some cases, the infection spreads to the bloodstream, a condition known as sepsis. This can lead to deadly sepsis, a life-threatening complication that requires immediate and intensive medical intervention. While Vibrio is a major concern, it's important to remember that it isn't the only bacteria that can cause necrotizing fasciitis. However, Vibrio is especially dangerous due to its rapid progression and its strong association with coastal waters. This connection to coastal waters means that anyone swimming or wading in these areas could potentially be exposed. The term flesh-eating isn't just dramatic hyperbole used to grab attention. It's a serious warning about the destructive potential of these infections. The toxins released by the bacteria kill tissue so quickly that drastic measures are often necessary. In many cases, amputation or aggressive surgical removal of infected tissue is the only way to stop the spread and save lives. Therefore, immediate medical attention is absolutely critical if you suspect a flesh-eating bacterial infection. Understanding how this bacteria works, how it spreads, and what it does to the body is the key to survival and prevention. This isn't about instilling fear. It's about empowering you with knowledge so you can be prepared and make informed decisions. The more you know about the risks and how to protect yourself, the safer you'll be when enjoying coastal waters. The numbers tell a sobering story. Vibrio infections are rising along the Gulf and Atlantic coasts. Florida sees dozens of severe cases each year with several deaths. North Carolina, Louisiana, and Texas also report increasing cases, often linked to both water exposure and raw oysters. The CDC estimates Vibrio vulnificus causes about 80,000 illnesses and 100 deaths annually in the U.S. What's alarming is the spread. Cases are now appearing farther north in states like Connecticut and New York. By the 2040s, Vibrio could reach every East Coast state. About 1 in 5 people with a Vibrio infection dies, sometimes within days. Survivors often face long recoveries, surgeries, or even amputations. These aren't just statistics. Their lives changed forever. The threat is growing and it's deadly. Awareness and quick action are more important than ever. The numbers demand our attention. Gary Evans, a resident of Texas, is a living testament to the devastating speed at which Vibrio vulnificus can irrevocably alter a person's life. He never imagined that a seemingly ordinary day could lead to such a drastic and life-altering outcome. It all began during a family fishing trip, a day meant for relaxation and bonding. A small, almost insignificant cut on his leg appeared, seemingly harmless at the time. He continued to wade in the inviting water, completely unaware of the lurking danger that was present beneath the surface. The ocean, usually a source of joy, held an invisible threat. However, within a mere 24 hours, the situation took a terrifying turn. His leg began to swell rapidly, and the skin took on a frightening purple hue, signaling a severe infection. The pain intensified, becoming excruciating, far surpassing the discomfort expected from a normal wound. It was a deep, searing pain that hinted at something far more sinister. Recognizing the severity of the situation, he was rushed to the hospital, where Gary received the life-altering diagnosis of necrotizing fasciitis, a flesh-eating bacterial infection. The aggressive infection spread with alarming speed, quickly escalating and ultimately leading to septic shock, a life-threatening condition. Immediate emergency surgery followed in a desperate attempt to halt the progression of the disease, but unfortunately the infection had already caused too much irreversible damage. In a heartbreaking decision, doctors were forced to amputate his leg in a race against time to save his life. Gary miraculously survived this ordeal, but his life was forever changed in what seemed like the blink of an eye, all in a single day. He was once a healthy individual, simply enjoying a day at the beach, unaware of the potential danger lurking in the water. His story serves as a stark and sobering reminder of the risks associated with Vibrio, highlighting the fact that Vibrio doesn't discriminate and can affect anyone, regardless of age or health status. even a seemingly insignificant minor wound can act as an open door, providing a pathway for this dangerous bacteria to enter the body. Driven by a desire to prevent others from experiencing the same trauma, Gary now bravely shares his story to warn others about the potential dangers. His harrowing experience underscores the critical importance of both public awareness and swift medical intervention in combating Vibrio infections. How does Vibrio vulnificus invade our bodies? There are two main ways. First, through open wounds exposed to contaminated water, even tiny cuts or scrapes. The bacteria enter, multiply, and can cause severe infection fast. That's why any break in the skin should stay out of brackish or salt water. Second, by eating raw or undercooked seafood, especially oysters. Oysters filter water and can concentrate Vibrio in their tissues. Eating contaminated oysters can lead to a deadly bloodstream infection. This is especially dangerous for people with underlying health issues. The CDC warns high-risk groups never eat raw oysters. Two simple gates, skin and stomach, are all Vibrio needs. Knowing these paths is the first step to prevention. Protect yourself by guarding both. Recognizing Vibrio symptoms early can save your life. For wound infections, watch for redness, swelling, and severe pain, often worse than expected. The skin may turn purple or black, and blisters can form. Fever, chills, nausea, and dizziness signal the infection is spreading. If you notice these signs after water exposure, seek medical help immediately. For infections from raw seafood, symptoms start with vomiting, diarrhea, and stomach pain, quickly followed by fever and blistering skin lesions. Sepsis can set in fast, threatening organs and life. Doctors must act quickly with antibiotics and sometimes surgery. Time is critical. Don't wait. Early action can mean the difference between recovery and tragedy. Know the signs and don't hesitate. Why is Vibrio spreading now? The answer is climate change. Vibrio thrives in warm water, and rising ocean temperatures are expanding its range. Warmer, longer summers mean more bacteria and more risk, even in places once too cold. Extreme weather, like hurricanes, can boost Vibrio levels by flooding coastlines with warm, nutrient-rich water. Lower salinity from heavy rains also helps the bacteria thrive. States like Connecticut and New York are now seeing cases for the first time. The threat is moving north, following the warming seas. Climate change is reshaping our coastlines, and the dangers within them. Staying informed is more important than ever. Anyone can get a Vibrio infection, but some are at much higher risk. People with weakened immune systems, especially those with chronic liver disease, face the greatest danger. The liver filters bacteria, and when it's damaged, Vibrio can multiply unchecked. Other high-risk groups include cancer patients, transplant recipients, people with HIV, diabetes, or those on immune-suppressing drugs. Even older adults are more vulnerable. For these groups, a Vibrio infection can be fatal more than half the time. If you're at risk, avoid raw shellfish and never enter the water with open wounds. Know your risk and take extra precautions. Smart choices save lives. The best news: Vibrio infections are preventable. Stay out of salt or brackish water if you have any open wound, even a small one. If you get cut at the beach, leave the water, clean the wound, and keep it dry. Use waterproof bandages if you must go in and wash up afterward. Watch for signs of infection, pain, redness, swelling, and seek help fast. When eating seafood, only eat thoroughly cooked shellfish. Hot sauce and lemon juice won't kill Vibrio. Heat is the only way. Wash hands after handling raw seafood and avoid cross-contamination. Share this knowledge with friends and family. Awareness is your best defense. The ocean isn't the enemy, but respect is essential.